What's with these old heads coming out of the woodworks and just trying to one-up David Jaffe as being some of the most idiotic hacks to have ever picked up a set of joysticks? But here we have a former lead writer for Dragon Age, David Gaider, bashing critics, accusing Dragon Age The Veilguard of being woke as tourists? I beg your pardon. Brother, I remember when your game was coming out, okay? In the afterglow over at Bioware when it was the gold standard in the industry, when I was playing Mass Effect, looking over at Dragon Age going, you know what, if I actually like fantasy, might have checked out your game a little bit more, but I'll be over here hanging with the sci-fi crew, you know, just cheering on your success. Seeing the drop in quality with 2, and then a little bit of a resurrection in relevance with Inquisition. I thought the franchise was in good hands until I seen what has gone on with Veilguard and done quite a bit of following along, but no, what do I know? I'm just a tourist. I can't take a look at a character creator screen and see some of the most unnerving choices you can possibly make. Look at the people behind the scenes and the ideology that they want to push ahead of gameplay and narrative. And then, of course, see the actual gameplay and go, oh, we see why they focus on their own pet ideologies because they couldn't make a game to save their lives. But no. We're just tourists. We're just tourists with our thousands of games across multiple different mediums. Nah, don't worry about us. Don't believe your lying eyes. Listen to what I have to say about an industry you used to work in? I beg your pardon? A former lead writer. Oh, he's not even working on this project, but he knows better than us, right? Former Dragon Age lead writer David Gaider bashed critics, accusing Dragon Age The Veilguard of being exactly what it is, as simply being tourists. In a post to Blue Sky, yeah, whatever, bro. Gaider wrote, apparently the usual suspects are upset at how woke the new Dragon Age is, and apparently sudden and unexpected development in the series. He added, tourists. Effing tourists. And yo, that post is really setting Blue Sky on fire right there. Like 354 likes. I mean, when there's like 356 people that are on the platform, not bad. Gaider also responded to one individual asserting that individuals decry Dragon Age The Veilguard as woke are the people who gave up on Bioware over a decade ago. Oh, hi, yeah, no, I was the guy who gave up on gaming in general after playing Mass Effect Andromeda, and that a pile of shit. Gaider said if they gave up on Bioware a decade ago, or more, for those whom Dragon Age Origin was the last good game. No, I like Mass Effect 3. That might be controversial to some, but maybe I can get into my love for the Mass Effect trilogy at a later date. But no, Inquisition was well liked and well received. Like, let's keep it a buck. That was the last good Bioware game. They were never going to buy the game anyhow. Yeah, exactly, because at that point in time, people have a lot of fondness for what Bioware used to be, and if you would have came back with a good game, people would have been giving it a chance, or at least a second look, wondering if Bioware had righted any wrongs that would have been acquired, mostly attributed to EA pushing a live service game like Anthem on them. But no, some old hack is going to go ahead and, he's going to set the record straight. Dragon Age The Veilguard has been properly criticized as woke, given the game's character creator features the option to toggle top surgery scars with the implication that the player can create mentally ill characters. Yeah, exactly. No, and you can also give them vitiligo, no ass, and no titties either. You could do whatever you want as long as it's gay, right? And we can just, I don't care what some old hack has to say about shit. We can go ahead and take a look at the people behind this stuff. You got a trans activist right there, a trans woman who's a queerosexual gendermancer. We've seen what they're prioritizing. Their relationship mechanic, where you can go ahead and bang anything that you want, anywhere that you want. Cool. But what about the gameplay? What about spells that you can cast? Well, we have an insufferably cluttered AI and unimaginative boss battles with PS3 graphics. But don't worry, you can stick whatever your genitals on whatever your character with your flumpy-eyed canaries. You can go ahead and do whatever you like, as long as it's gay. And if it's not, you're a bigot and you just hate video games. But this is what happens, man, okay? What happens when you get idiots like this? And then even presaging this, okay? Letting Corinne Bush or the game director Gendermancer, letting them in the door. You hire the likes of Anita Sarkeesian to come in and tank your company. Speaking of people who are mentally unwell, I didn't get married. I just threw a wedding-themed birthday party for myself. I'm totally happy with my life choices. We try to appeal to this demographic, the 42-year-old, child-free, stress-free, and being this happy. The right hates this. Yeah, she has all the free time in the world to create whatever character she wants in Dragon Age The Veilguard. That's your target demographic, right, Bioware? I'm sure she's lining up to buy all the collector's editions, right? Or maybe it's other old heads like former Sony chairman Shawn Layden. I understand this is a different game and one that at least I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt, unlike Dragon Age Origins, because Bioware and the creative team behind that atrocity have given you no reason to give them the benefit of the doubt. Sucker Punch and Ghost of Yotei. There's not multiple ghosts, even though there is now with Atsu, but whatever. But you have somebody else here out of the industry, drummed out of the industry for making terribly stupid decisions, trying to poison the well on a game, showing you why he got drummed out of the industry. Oh, if you don't like the game, don't buy it. Not a winner. Not a winner, you fat tard. Former Sony chairman Shawn Layden told gamers if you're uninterested or don't like Ghost of Tsushima sequel Ghost of Yotei, they should not buy it. Listen, if you don't want a character creator without the ability to have top surgery scars in a fantasy setting where you can be whatever you want at a moment's notice, if you don't want modern deism in your games, then just don't buy it. That's worked well for Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, Starfield. That's worked for so many great games. If you don't like what we're doing, don't buy our game. Worked well for Hollywood too. What was that? Elizabeth Banks' Charlie's Angels reboot. This isn't made for you. And then a month later, why did nobody come and watch our film? Oh, right. Makes total sense, doesn't it? Layden shared his comments while reacting to YouTuber Endymion's initial reaction to the game's trailer. He wrote, "Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima sequel stars a Japanese woman samurai warrior, because of course it does." Yeah, I'm not a fan of Endymion. Just gonna put that out there. I think he has a aptitude to paint with a broad brush. That's totally within his purview to do. He wants to be skeptical of the game. There's a lot of people that are. Go for it. If he wants to say that it's just gonna be an insufferable girl boss game, they can't help themselves until every franchise that was built on masculinity is replaced by women. Or maybe it's a studio that, has a story that they want to tell, and in the original game you right off and played as a woman samurai. Don't worry about any of that stuff. No, don't worry about that. It's just, no, it's always this, the 7D chess where they're just trying to get rid of masculinity and replace it with masculine women. Yeah. By the way, this is shit that I've talked about as well, and things that, yeah, I would generally agree with the assessment that society at large is trying to make men weaker, trying to squeeze every red cent out of all the feminists that they've created in the world, create a division between the sexes. I would generally agree with that. It's just misapplication in this case. That's my assessment of the situation. I'm willing to be proven wrong. It's just Sucker Punch and Ghost of Yotei is yet to convince me of such, but it has for others. That's their purview. He added Ghost of Yotei is hopefully a small spin-off game, but this is a true sequel. Well, what makes it a true sequel? Set 300 years in the future. This is a different part of Japan, where at that point in time might as well have been a different goddamn country. What are we doing? And this is a new main character over Jin Kasai. F that. So sick of this forced girl boss narrative, man. I understand, right? Like, you see it happening everywhere. This could be one of those aberrations. It's a new game with a new protagonist. I don't know what to tell you. If you're mad that you wanted to fire a gun in a Nintendo game and it was another Samus iteration, it's fine. If you wanted to play a Legend of Zelda game and you were upset that the newest iteration you played is Zelda and not Link, whatever, man. You do you. But we can let these two idiots, fight it out. YouTuber Mighty Keef, oh my god, a third idiot popping in, reacted to this by attacking Endymion, writing, "What an absolute loser." Yeah, see, I laid out my positions mostly because I have more to say than just some Sony nuthugger does, okay? Like, what an absolute loser. I see where he's coming from. I don't agree, but I understand his position. Then you got Shawn Layden that has all of those flags in his bio, huh? Number one, it's a game, an entertainment, a story, and a team creators, the belief, and they want to make this. Yeah, it would have been fine if you would have stopped there. That would have been great. And number two, it's a game. If you don't like it, don't buy it. In fact, why not make the game you want yourself? Oh my god. You can't critique a piece of media because you haven't made a piece of media. Oh my god. This is why Sony is such a stupid fucking company, man. Like, bro, tried to give Sony the benefit of the doubt by thinking that, you know what, you guys had a pretty decent state of play. This is all built off the back of the ideas of Shawn Layden. This is all built on, them doubling down on major DEI efforts, ramp up the DEI department, hiring a DEI specialist at PlayStation Studios, making sure that they're correctly diverse, releasing an $800 incomplete minimal upgrade console. It's like the AAA industry is burning to the fucking ground. They continue to make stupid decisions, and Ghost of Yotei could be great. You're fighting an uphill battle. You knew that when you announced it. There's a not insignificant portion of the population that's going to think, oh god, it's a sequel. Oh, they stuck a chick in it. But then at the same time, they were championing, Stellar Blade earlier this year. They're totally fine with playing a chick. But your immediate reaction is, oh my god, if she doesn't have her ass or her titties out, it's just going to be trash. It's like, I don't see too many people talking about Stellar Blade anymore outside of the, the potential team up with Nier Automata. Mostly because that game is just kind of bog standard. It wasn't great, it wasn't bad, but it was just there. And that's fine. Games don't have to be Hall of Fame worthy every time that they come out. They could just simply be good for a time and move on, not try to push a message, simply try to tell a story with compelling characters. And that's what I earnestly think Sucker Punch is trying to do with their game. Some people are more skeptical. I understand, but if you're just simply going to say that you're stupid for pointing that out, you're an asshole trying to get engagement on Twitter. That's basically what you do. And then to expose yourself as just being a brain-rotted malcontent, oh, you can't criticize thing unless you make thing. The fuck are my eyes work? I have this thing that you might not. It's called pattern recognition. And that's always just the lowest quality deflection that you're ever going to see. If you criticize a movie, a TV show for being bad, oh, I'd like to see you make something better. Criticize a book for being poorly written. Oh, how many copies did you sell? Doesn't detract from the quality of the product. Just simply deflects for whoever they're trying to stand up for. Sean, you're not getting back in at Sony. Mighty Keef, hopefully you continue to get those gift baskets from PlayStation. And Endymion, keep on triggering these insufferable hacks. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.